Hello students, this is our paper first, that is EVS-3501 Ecosystem Management. Okay, so now this is our credit second and unit second. Okay, last lecture we will discussing about what is terrestrial ecosystem management, then vegetation sampling and data analysis methods. Okay, so this is our unit second, that is aquatic ecosystem. Okay, so let's start. Firstly, introduction about aquatic ecosystem. So an aquatic ecosystem is an ecosystem in a body of water. Aquatic ecosystems includes oceans, lakes, then rivers, streams, estuaries and wetlands. Within these aquatic ecosystems are living things that depend on the water for survival, such as fish, then plants and microorganisms. These ecosystems are very fragile and can be easily disturbed by pollution. So this is the aquatic ecosystem. So normally an aquatic ecosystem is a body of water. Okay. Then the two main types of aquatic ecosystems are marine ecosystem and freshwater ecosystem. So aquatic ecosystem performs many important environmental functions. For example, they recycle nutrients, then purifying the water, they attenuate floods, recharge groundwater and provide habitats for wildlife. Okay. So this is the some general information about an aquatic ecosystem. The aquatic ecosystem definition state it is a water-based environment wherein living organisms interact with both physical and chemical features of the environment. These living creatures whose food, shelter, reproduction and other essential activities depend in a water-based environment are known as aquatic organisms. Some of the most common aquatic organisms are nekton, that means the actively swimming aquatic organisms in some water bodies. Then planktons as well. Planktons is diverse collection of organisms found in water body. Okay, and then benthos. So benthos is the assemblage of organisms in inhabiting the seafloor. Okay, so additionally lake, ocean, ponds, rivers, swamps, coral reefs, then wetlands, etc. are a few popular aquatic ecosystems. These are the some examples. Okay. Then next one, next type is type of aquatic ecosystem. So in general, there are two types of aquatic ecosystem, namely marine ecosystem and freshwater ecosystem. Both marine and freshwater ecosystem are further divided under different aquatic ecosystem, but main are the two. First one marine water ecosystem and second one is freshwater ecosystem. So one by one we will discussing. So firstly marine water ecosystem. So this particular ecosystem is the largest aquatic ecosystem and covers over 70% of the earth total surface. This ecosystem is relatively more concentrated in terms of salinity. Then nonetheless the body of aquatic organisms is well adjusted to saline water and they may find it challenging to survive in fresh water. These following categories comprise the marine ecosystem. Then the subtype of marine water ecosystem is the ocean ecosystem. So Pacific Ocean, then Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Arctic Ocean and the Southern Ocean are the 5 major oceans on earth. Notably, the Pacific Ocean is the largest and deepest of these 5, while Atlantic is the second largest in terms of size. Also, the Southern Ocean harbors the largest population of krill among them. Other than that, the ocean serves as home to aquatic organisms like turtles, then crustaceans, planktons, corals, shellfish, blue whales, shark, then tube worms, reptiles, etc. These are the some examples of this ocean ecosystem. Okay. Then Next subtype of marine water ecosystem is the estuaries. So typically it is the meeting point of a sea and rivers, which makes the water slightly more saline when compared to fresh water and more diluted when compared to the marine ecosystem. Biologically, estuaries are considered to be productive as it stimulates primary production and trap plant nutrients. Some examples of estuaries include tidal marshes, then river's mouth and coastal bay. Then next subtype is coral reef. These are fondly referred to as the rainforest of oceans as they harbor a wide diversity of aquatic flora and fauna. Okay, then coastal ecosystem, it is one of the major aquatic ecosystem and is quite distinct in terms of structure and diversity. Coastal ecosystem is formed in the union of land and water. So coastal ecosystems harbor a variety of plant and algae and serve as a home to snails, streams, crabs, lobsters and fishes. Okay. Then second main type is freshwater ecosystem. These aquatic ecosystem cover less than 1% of the earth's surface and is broadly divided into wetlands, then lentic and lotic ecosystem. Then their subtype swamp and wetlands. So these are marshy areas which are often covered in water and harbor a variety of flora and fauna. So wetlands are known to be a home of water lilies, then marshes, swamps, then northern pikes, then dragonflies, green heron, okay, etc. are the some examples of wetlands. So lentic ecosystem, this is the subtype of freshwater ecosystem. It includes standing water bodies like ponds and lakes and is a home to both floating and rooted plant, algae and invertebrates. Salamander, frogs, water snakes and alligators are commonly found in lentic ecosystem. Then third subtype is lotic ecosystem. These aquatic ecosystems are characterized by rapid flowing water moving in one direction. They are a hub of wide variety of insects like beetles, mayflies and stoneflies among the others. So also it harbors species like river dolphins, beavers, otters, eel, minnows and trout. Okay, these are the some examples of lotic ecosystem. Then the next topic is functions of aquatic ecosystem. So this pointer highlights the importance of aquatic ecosystem. There are various functions of aquatic ecosystem, that is facilitates recycling of nutrients. So recycling of nutrients is the main functions of aquatic ecosystem. Then they helps to purify water, then recharge groundwater, then is a habitat for aquatic flora and fauna. Then they mitigates flood. These are the some main functions of aquatic ecosystem. The next point is the limnology. So what is limnology? Limnology is the study of inland fresh waters, both standing bodies such as lakes and running water like rivers. It encompasses the biology, geology, physics, chemistry and climatology of this water system and may also cover wetland conservation and ecosystem survival. So limnology is the study of islands' aquatic ecosystems. The study of limnology includes aspects of the biological, chemical, physical and geological characteristics of and functions of islands' waters. These islands, the study of lakes, reservoirs, then ponds, rivers, springs, streams, wetlands and groundwater. Limnology is closely related to aquatic ecology and hydrobiology, which study aquatic organisms and their interactions with the abiotic, that means non-living things, environment. While limnology has substantially overlap with freshwater focused disciplines, example freshwater biology. It also includes the study of islands, salt lakes. So there are three main characteristics of limnology, that is physical, chemical and biological. Okay, so firstly physical limnology. So unique properties of water, important role in penetration, distribution of light heat, then water movement, that is waves and current, and then geology of basin, that is origin, morphology, leaching minerals. Okay, these are the some physical properties of limnology. Then next one, the chemical properties of limnology. So first one is the inorganic and organic compounds, then closely allied to geology, that is leaching. Okay, then next one, the chemical limnology characteristic is the distribution often related to water movements. Okay, then third one is the biological limnology. Base is photosynthesis, primary productivity, then regulated by and may regulate physical and chemical factors. Okay. Then the next point is the aquatic environment. So the aquatic environment can be defined as interacting system of resources such as water and biota. The world has a variety of floating and lentic aquatic environment which are a major source of food to millions of people across the earth. Hence the dynamics of aquatic environment depend on the property of water. Then next one, an aquatic ecosystem is an ecosystem in a body of water. They are contrasted with terrestrial ecosystem, which are those found on land. So communities of organisms that are dependent on each other on their environment live in aquatic environment. Then major aquatic environment include oceans, then groundwaters, glaciers and ice caps, then snow and ice, and lakes and rivers, all of which contain diverse microbial populations. So this is the aquatic environment. Then next topic is aquatic biota and water resources. So organisms living in or depending on aquatic environment. So aquatic biota means all organisms that as a part of their natural life cycles live in or on waters. So collective term describing the organisms living in or depending on the aquatic environment. This is the aquatic biota and their water resources. Then next point is the water and plant functionings. So there are various water and plant functionings. They all are dependent to each other. So aquatic plants are as a natural part of every lake's ecosystem and serve many purposes in a lake. Some plant functions include the production of leaves and stems that fuel the food web. They are valuable food source. Then the production of oxygen through photosynthesis, they oxygenate the water via plant processes, then providing underwater cover for fish, amphibians, birds, insects and many other organisms. So providing a surface for algae and bacteria to other to these organisms break down polluting nutrients and chemicals and are an important source of food for organisms higher in the food chain. So this water or plant functioning, so nutrient cycle, then the food chain, food web, they all are dependent to, or all the aquatic organisms dependent to each other. So emergent plant break wave energy, reducing energy erosion of the shore life, while rooted submerged plants stabilize bottom sediment, then reducing turbidity and nutrient cycling that can lead to algae bloom. So these are the some water and plant functions. Okay. Then next one, the structures of aquatic communities. An ecosystem is composed of biotic communities that are structured by biological interaction and abiotic environmental factors. So there are various environmental factors affecting on the structure of aquatic communities. So some of the important abiotic environment factors of aquatic ecosystem includes substrata type, then water depth, then nutrient level, temperature, salinity and flow. Okay. So there are three basic types of freshwater ecosystem, that is lentic. So lentic means slow moving water, including or their example is pools, ponds and lakes. Then second one is lotic ecosystem. So lotic ecosystem means the faster moving water, for example streams, rivers, okay. And then next one, wetland. So wetland is the area where the soil is saturated or inadequate for at least part of the time. Then next one is, our last topic is parameters of the aquatic environment. So there are various parameters of the aquatic environment. So some water quality parameters include chemical, physical and biological properties, and can be tested or monitored based on the desired water parameters of concern. So parameters that are frequently sampled or monitored for water quality include temperature, dissolved oxygen, pH, conductivity, ORP. So ORP means oxidation and reduction process. Then and turbidity. Then dissolved oxygen. So it is the amount of oxygen dissolved in the water. Then next characteristic or parameter is the temperature. So temperature is a measure of the average energy, that is kinetic, of water molecules. Then electrical conductivity, that is EC, or salinity. Then pH, hydrogen ion concentration. Then turbidity, nitrogen, total coliform. So total coliform means the include bacteria that are found in the soil, in water that has been the influenced by surface water, and in human or animal waste, okay. And then E. coli is a bacteria. So these are the some chemical, physical and biological properties or parameters of the aquatic environment, okay. So this is our paper first, and credit second and unit second is the aquatic ecosystem, okay. Thank you.